What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Now join us as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including legit heat between CM Punk and The Miz, how Ember Moon was injured, the security blooper on Raw was planned, WWE ice cream bars are back, and WWE signs an indie star. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Well, let's waste no further time and get straight into the first story, as there's legit heat between CM Punk and The Miz. Now, the straight-edge superstar wasn't scheduled to appear on this week's episode of WWE Backstage, but that doesn't mean he wasn't watching the show. This week's guest was former WWE Champion The Miz, as he spoke on how he met his wife Maryse, his favourite WWE superstar on the blue brand right now, which turned out to be Otis, good choice, and much more. He didn't have anything to say about Punk on the show, but afterwards, Miz had this to say.
Yeah, we are now done with WWE Backstage. They're taking the microphones off of me. It was great. It was amazing. What do you mean, thankfully? I feel like this was the best WWE Backstage ever.
Because I was backstage.
It was the best. Was it the best ever?
It was in and around. Just like
What do you mean in or around? Name one that was better. Name one.
Ember was pretty good.
Oh, sorry to change the culture. My bad.
Punk retweeted the video saying, "Go suck a blood money covered in Saudi Arabia, you dork," before deleting the tweet moments after. Of course, that tweet was saved before it was deleted, and the video itself, which was tweeted by WWE on Fox, has also now been deleted. Was this an overreaction? In our opinion, absolutely. Punk's getting bitter over a slight dig. Like, how sensitive can you be? This was a light-hearted joke and Punk got huffy about it. Wow, we hope nobody brings up his MMA record to his face. The diss is even more perplexing since The Miz wasn't even at the most recent Crown Jewel event, as he was able to wrestle on SmackDown against Tommaso Ciampa when half of the roster was still stuck in the Kingdom. Real-life heat between the two seems to have stemmed from around 2011, when The Miz was the one to main event WrestleMania 27, even though Punk believed he was a bigger and better heel at the time. Not being given a chance to main event WrestleMania is something Punk has been very vocal about, and was even one of the main reasons for him wanting to originally leave in 2011. In Punk's documentary Best in the World, he constantly brings up the fact that The Miz shouldn't have been the one to headline Mania. It's funny since The Miz, who was also interviewed in this documentary, continuously puts over Punk. Now, in all fairness to The Miz, he was champion, he was feuding with The Rock and Cena and deserved to headline the event, when Punk was still hanging around the Nexus at the time, which was pretty much dead since SummerSlam 2010. It's quite ironic that Punk is telling Seth Rollins not to tweet, when he himself has tweeted rubbish and then deleted it. It's certainly not going to happen, but this has all the makings of a personal feud on television. If Punk ever came back to WWE television, this would be a great feud. However, judging by his tweet, it's likely he's not in the WWE's good books right at this time. Next up, how Ember Moon was injured. Ember Moon has been out of action since September 2019 when she suffered an Achilles tear. Speaking on Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast, she revealed that she injured it during a chase for the 24/7 championship. She mentioned, "I'm getting ready to do SmackDown the next day and they were like, 'Hey Ember, you're in the 24/7 title run because Carmella won the night before.' And I was like, 'Y'all sure? Y'all sure you'll need me for that?' You know what's weird is like when you know you have a bad feeling about something. So I had a feeling and I was like, 'Oh, do we?' But you know what? Team player, screw it. I got this, I'm in." We do the run though and I told Truth, I was like, "Truth, you better run. I'm gonna catch you, Truth. If I catch you, I'm tackling you and you're going down." And so when we actually did it, I literally caught them right before we went through the curtain. So they go through the curtain and I didn't realize how close I was behind them. As I'm coming through, the curtain shuts, I open it, go through. Truth is dropping Carmella and I'm going full speed and I had to hit the brakes. I was just like, whoa, boom, and I felt a pop. Moon didn't know how bad the injury was until she got home a few days later after traveling and realized she couldn't put any weight on her foot. It's still unknown when Moon will be back in the ring, but in the meantime, while she's recuperating from the injury, she has become head coach at XCW. Hopefully she makes a speedy recovery. Next up, the security blooper on Raw was planned? Yeah, we reported in yesterday's news about a hilarious blooper that involved WWE security mistakenly tackling the Reverend who was involved in the Lana Lashley wedding, thinking a fan had jumped the barricade as the camera quickly attempted to cut away. However, it seems like this moment was planned by WWE and was supposed to happen. Posted by Loose Lips Backstage on Reddit, a user that has made a number of correct predictions on the forum wrote, "From the script, in arena, an unidentified man, the wedding official, is attempting to get in the ring when he's confronted by security." You might ask yourself, why would WWE plan such a moment? Well, one reason only, it gets people talking, which is exactly what it did. Every news site wants to talk about this. They want to go back to Raw and see the moment unfold. It's just WWE's way of getting in a few cheeky views. Next up, WWE ice cream bars are back. This popular snack was introduced all the way back in the late 80s, and the bar would consist of a crisp cookie, vanilla ice cream, and a thick layer of chocolate. Each bar would have a printed image of a WWE superstar of the likes of Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, and many more, and it came with a trading card. The ice cream bars continued in the mid-90s, with the latest batch including stars from the New Generation era, and thereon into the Attitude Era with stars such as Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock and Triple H on the bar's covers, and even then into the 2000s, finally discontinuing in 2008. The bar was incredibly popular, with even Punk having a list of demands to Vince McMahon, one which would include bringing the bars back. Well, 9 years later, Punk's demand has been fulfilled as the WWE have brought them back. Well, kind of. The bars made by Good Humor have the familiar cookie and superstar on the front, but they are no longer on a stick and have no chocolate. Instead, they are an ice cream sandwich. Why couldn't WWE just replicate the bars and bring them back fully? We've never personally tried one, but they look delicious. And lastly, WWE signs a top indie star. According to SoCalUncensored.com, they report that indie star Mercedes Martinez has signed with the WWE and will be reporting to the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida later in the month. Martinez has worked with the WWE before, as she was part of the 2017 and 18 Mae Young Classic tournament. But there you have it guys, the latest wrestling news. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.